Guys, here we are in 2026. It is a beautiful midwinter's day in Brisbane. We're at the RACQ Motorfest. We're right in front here of Steve Wood and the Splinters. These guys are extraordinary with the wonderful Mel Wood heading the show. Welcome to the show today. Look, there's some great cars. We're about to go and see the Mercedes-Benz. They've got an anniversary happening here. We're going to catch up with a friend who's got a beautiful old Land Rover. You've got to wait till you see this one. Welcome to Australian Car Collector. Come along for the ride. We'll see you out there. Folks, anyone who's watched our channel for a little while now will know that Mark and I, we have this bizarre disease that seems to have spread around the world. It's called Land Rover fever. And one of the poor unfortunates who's always got that too is Dan. And Dan contacted us a little while ago. We ran into him and he said, look, I'm building this 2A Land Rover, I'm restoring it, and hope to catch up with you at Motorfest. So here we are, and here is the beast in all her
Finally got here, yeah.
Congratulations, mate.
Thank
It
you.
Looks wonderful. Tell me how long you've had the car now.
5.5 years ago, I rolled it into the garage.
Right.
Rolled it because it didn't run.
Didn't run. Yep.
Had no idea what I was doing with it. I was just going to restore it.
So this was your first restoration?
I'm not a mechanic. I have no idea what I'm doing.
Wow.
And roughly about 2 weeks after I rolled it in, a guy knocked on the door who was one of the Land Rover enthusiasts and asked what I was doing with it.
Okay.
I told him the big spiel, and he said, well, you probably want to talk to these guys at some point. And yeah, and then since then, I've basically stripped it down into every piece. I made a rotisserie out of fence posts. I did it all in a garage. I told my wife it would take about a year and about 15 grand, and I was not even close to any of those two.
No. Is she still your wife?
Yeah.
Yay!
Yeah,
well done.
So yeah, well, I have friends that go, you should get another project. I'm like, no, that would come with a free divorce, unfortunately.
Sure.
So,
yeah, okay.
But no, so then, yeah, literally built, so I had everything in the carport. I had a parts washing bay, I had a electrolysis kit, I had everything, spray booth, you name it. It was all just made it work within a very small space.
So pulling all that equipment together, was that because of the advice that you'd been given by the Land Rover guys? Or
No, it was just necessity. Sort of as I got to each stage and had to clean something, I was like, this is not working, all right. And then I just sort of transitioned it through. I catalogued, I had parts in the roof of the house, underneath the house, and just would bring it out, clean it, put it back.
Wow.
And the rule was to try and keep the patina.
Yes.
And then if I couldn't, then I'd paint it the way it was. So paint it green, then blue, then you name it. The only thing I did go off piece was the seats. I had to put some Stuart Tartan in for a bit of fun. But
there's a bit of throwback to the family there.
Bit of, yeah. But other than that, get it all back to the original gal. All as true to it as even most of the bolts are the original bolts, the BSFs.
Wow.
So yeah,
Wow.
I've tried to keep it as true as possible. Repaired every electric motor, everything that wasn't working now works again.
That's amazing.
So yeah, got there. It was, and so I think when I met you guys a couple of years ago, it was going to be the next year I was going to be here.
That's right.
Which, like, my time estimates was wildly off. And then this year I was like, no, rain, hail, shine, I'm coming here this year. That's why I told you, because I thought if I started telling people I was doing it, then I'd have to live out.
You've got yourself a deadline there and you can stick to it.
Which meant that, yeah, late last night I was still literally bolting seats in and stuff, but we got there. So
it's great. It's beautiful.
Congratulations.
Yeah, well done.
Glad I could actually show you something this time.
I'm so pleased that you contacted us again, mate. And I've actually got Dan's number in my phone. Dan, Land Rover, 2025.
Yeah.
Well, that's not when I met him. That's when he was going to get it here. Yeah. So here we are, 12 months
23 or 24 when I said I was going to get 25.
And look, all good things come to them what wait, and you certainly have a good thing, mate. So
get there in the end.
Congratulations. Yeah. Great stuff.
Thank you.
folks, those people who really love their classic cars will know a few Italian names: Ferrari, Lamborghini, Alfa Romeo, and Fiat. And the last one is the one we really need to look at here. And I bet you've never seen a Fiat like that. I'm here with Tony. Tony is sporting the heritage here on his shoulder. Mate, how long have you had this incredible car?
Nearly 20 years now.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
And I take it was not in that condition when you came
No,
across
it was a basket case. It was in Mitchell, Western Queensland.
What?
And the fellow had pulled it apart, but there were parts rotting because of a roof leak.
Right.
And
so it had a body on it at the time?
well, I have the body up until the front seats.
Right.
Because as happened with these cars, this car was delivered new to Sydney with a torpedo body.
Okay.
And you can actually see where with an axe they cut the bodywork off and the rear bodywork and threw it away when it became a farm truck.
Right, so we've turned it into a ute.
They turned into a ute, farm truck. And
wow.
I put all the components into a container, sent them to a fabulous fellow in New Zealand, and Roy King in Taranaki, Kaponga,
right.
And Roy spent 4 years.
Oh, God.
What couldn't be restored, he made.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's a work of art.
So the brief that you gave Roy was what? Get it back to original condition?
Yes.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So what's the plan for it now? I think you were saying to us before that, you know, you see a lot of cars that are complete, they've got the body on it, but you never really get to see the underpinnings. So is the plan to keep it as it is now?
For now, there is a longer term project to possibly body the car.
Right.
But I love it the way it is, and it draws a lot of interest.
Oh, I'm sure it does. One question Tony asked when we first started talking about the car was, he said, what do you think the Italians would have as a high priority list for their engines? And I thought, okay, it's a big car. Torque, needs a lot of torque to get up and running. And he said, no, it's gotta look beautiful. So it all comes down to the aesthetics.
Aesthetics of the engine. It is so clean. All of the major components are, and I can take one off and show you if you like.
Please, yeah, let's do. Wow.
So, magneto, for instance, the high tension wires, in nearly most of the cars, they're all exposed, but here they run the high tension wires up there, through the rocker cover, and on it. It was important that the engine looked good and clean.
Of course. It's Italian, it's got style. Oh,
and
wow.
to remove this plate and all the push rods are there.
Incredible. So how many horsepower are we talking here, Tony?
About 40.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which would have been quite ample for its day, I would imagine.
4.8 litre.
Yep.
Their first production overhead valve engine.
Really?
They built racing engines, overhead valve, but their first production overhead valve engine.
Incredible.
It has hydraulic override on the brakes, which work once you're over 5 kilometres an hour.
Really?
So there's 4 hydraulic cylinders in the gearbox that activate the brake rods.
Wow. So that's a matter of building up enough pressure to
build
activate.
Up pressure so the cylinders work.
Okay, right. Yeah. So if you're sitting idling at traffic lights, handbrake.
The handbrake.
Gotcha. Yeah, all right. Brakes don't work when it's idling.
Adjustable steering column.
Oh, nice. Wow.
So it has...
and is it a normal, what we term these days, normal pedal configuration?
Accelerators in the middle.
Okay.
Which wasn't unusual in the era.
Right.
4-speed gearbox.
4-speed, okay. So clutch and brake.
Clutch and brake.
Yep.
Accelerator in the middle.
Okay.
Yep. It's a wonderful piece of machinery.
It's incredible. It's incredible. And is this your first Fiat that you've owned, or is this a familiar mark for you?
Well, this is, but I have a couple of others, smaller ones.
Right.
Ones that people identify with Fiats with engines that big.
Okay. So what drew you to the mark in the first place?
A friend who had one of these, and I became very interested in it. And my late friend Jeff Jones, had first right of refusal on this when it came up for sale, because he gave the gentleman a spare part, didn't want any money for it, just said, if you ever want to sell it, ring me. So I got this phone call late one night, Tony, do you want this car?
Was this from Jeff?
Yeah, from Jeff.
Okay.
Yeah. So I said, yeah, okay. So I hired a truck, went around to pick Jeff up, measured his 519, and discovered the truck I'd hired was too short. Back to the truck dealership, got a longer truck, and drove out to Mitchell. And I was surprised of how much work it needed.
Sure.
But we got there.
Well, hats off to our restoration friend in New Zealand. I think hats off to you for persevering with it, with obviously the amount of time and commitment that's gone into it.
Yeah.
Well,
whenever I had a spare weekend or a long weekend, and when Freedom Air was flying, I'd go, because I have a mechanical background and I enjoyed working on it with Roy. It's been a joy.
It's a wonderful thing. Wonderful thing. Well, I think thank you for bringing it along today.
Thank you.
And we'll certainly, more than likely, never see another one. Not like this. Folks, I absolutely love events such as RACQ Motorfest because you get such a massive variety of vehicles. Here we have Marcus, his 1956 Lincoln. Man, what a car.
It is a great car. It is, yeah.
Tell me about this amazing machine.
Sure. I'm the third owner of the car since 1956, and it is unrestored as it came out of the showroom. It's never been restored at all.
Oh my God.
I bought it from Las Vegas.
Okay.
I bought it over the internet, sight unseen.
That's a risk.
Brave, but what I did, I paid a company $400 US to do an inspection.
Okay.
They rang me about 2 or 3 in the morning and said, look, we're outside the front of the house. We've seen the car's in great condition, we recommend you go ahead and buy it. So I did. I bought at the time, the Aussie dollar's like 98 cents to the US dollar.
Yeah, so one for one.
To bring it into the country and buy it, $19,000 all up.
Right. And what year? When was
2014.
This? Wow.
And I've since bought 2 other cars in. One I go to my brother, and this one came in, and it took about 6 weeks to get here. Okay. And when they delivered it, I couldn't believe how nice it was.
That's incredible. So what would be your advice? Because I mean, I've often thought about this as well, you know, taking the dab and getting a car in from the States, but I've never had the guts to do it. What would be your advice to people?
Homework and research.
Yep.
So I researched this. I only found this because I like the Lincoln Futura, which is the old Batmobile.
Yes.
And they said the design from that went into the front of this. Look at the front of this.
Sure.
That's very much like the Batmobile at the
Absolutely.
front. Right. So I looked at the cars, and all this design went to the Lincoln Premier. So I looked up the cars. Well, they're pretty cars.
Yeah.
Was there any for sale? I found them for sale, but I thought, okay, if I get one, how do I maintain it?
Sure.
That's the other issue. So I found out, of course, Lincoln's part of Ford. Underneath the skin, everything else, it's all Ford parts completely.
Yeah. Oh.
So the diamond dozen everywhere.
Nothing particularly
special.
special.
And Ford makes the parts. They tell the engineers, design whatever cars you want, but all the parts on the shelf have to last you 10 years of production.
Right.
So it's quite easy to get the parts.
Sure.
So that proved correct as well.
Okay.
All original.
Oh, God.
And my mechanic said, don't ever touch it,
No.
it just works fine.
That is superb. Oh, wow, what a find.
Power steering, power windows, power seats, 3-speed auto.
So you said you've got another 2?
I bought another 2. I gave one to my brother.
Yep.
And another one, I kept it, but I decided to get rid of it. And
Marcus, well done.
thank you. It's an
Thank
excellent
you
car.
so much for
And
bringing it along.
always show the rear.
Oh, yes. Yeah. And didn't Lydia look wonderful sitting
She
like
does
that?
look, you should put it back there again.
Yeah, for sure. I love it. What a car! So, Doug, that's a positive sign of a really cohesive club getting together there and putting on such an amazing display.
Yeah, well, most of the members with these sort of cars are interested in showing them off,
Sure.
which is good. And because we have our concours coming up in September, we'll probably see a lot of them there.
Yeah.
I don't know whether Clive will be there this year.
Come on, Clive. Join the party.
Well, he's got a big display on down the Gold Coast.
Right, yes, I
few
believe.
weeks.
Yeah.
It would be good to have them there, but yeah, we can get along there. We've got a new category this year, a preservation category.
Okay, so what does that involve, Doug?
Well, cars that are in original condition.
Right.
For instance, this car of Mark's
Okay.
is original condition. Hasn't been no bare metal restoration or just as the car came off the assembly line.
Okay.
So there's a few cars that Wilf Rod's Benz is over there, the Roadster, the Tourer. That's will be in the preservation category.
Right.
That's something that Wolf has been agitating for years.
Yeah,
for preservation. And it's even now in Pebble Beach they have a preservation category rather than rather than things like this.
So here's the car as I found it. It's in reasonably good condition.
Yeah,
Or sometimes very good condition.
Well, yeah, it needs, to win in a preservation category, it needs to be in good condition, but it's not something that's had a complete restoration. Yeah.
So it's only original once, in other words.
Right, yeah, that's right, yeah, original one. Yeah.
Well, look, mate, you mentioned before that when you get hold of something, you tend to try and run with it to the best as you can. We've done a feature on your beautiful four-door sedan in the past.
Yeah.
Check out the Gentleman's Drive, folks, for that one. That's a stunning car, mate, and I think you put on a stunning display here today. So, well done. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you.
Folks, we've managed to catch up with Lydia from Maraschino Designs.
Maraschino May Designs.
Maraschino May Designs. I'll get it right eventually. I've done this often enough. You think I'd know. Looking resplendent. Is this one of yours?
No, this one's from EV Jean Collection, and I've got the top is from Hearts and Roses London.
Oh, mate, it's gorgeous stuff. Great stuff, mate. You're looking wonderful.
Thank
you. This caught your eye, I noticed. Is that because of the style or the size of it, both?
A bit of both.
Bit of both?
A bit of both. I imagine it'd be pretty difficult to park.
Yeah, not something you want to be taking shopping in Brisbane, that's for sure.
Oh, I love that. I love the seat.
Mark, your beautiful little four-door Benz sedan, it's very similar in the front, mate.
It is.
But not quite the vision of grandeur that we see in front of us here. Wrong colour.
Oh, I love the interior. Look
Isn't
at
that nice? Wow. You could lose yourself in those seats.
Oh, yeah.
Fantastic. That is gorgeous.
A work of art. I love it.
And even the detail around these little windows, so when the window's down, it stops some of the air from smacking you in the face.
Yeah. Oh, judge's choice as well.
Oh, yes. Grand, isn't it?
I can see the horns on the front as well. That's pretty cool.
Amazing.
I love the sweeping lines of it. There's something about it.
Just a beautiful thing. And these headlights,
Oh, yeah.
the size of it. Wow.
I want to have a look at the back as well.
Yeah.
Make sure you're on our notes list so we can have a quick look at what you're wearing.
It's beautiful.
Make sure you
Mate, I could see you sitting in something like
Yeah.
this.
Look at the pearls. They got like a mother of pearl sort of gadget
It
on the
is
front
too,
there.
absolutely right.
Yeah, love that.
Folks, there you go. As Lydia
Mother of
just pointed
pearl.
out, mother of pearl dashboard. Bakelite switches. Oh, wow.
That's beautiful.
No wonder it got judge's choice.
Yeah. Oh yeah, this is my dad.
Where's your dad?
Right here,
Hello.
Dad, Ben, Dad.
I'm Ben.
Mark,
Nice,
Dad.
Rob.
Grass.
Graz, nice to meet you. This is Mark behind the camera.
Right, Mark behind the camera.
So we're the ones who've been snaffling your lovely daughter and including her in shows. And
He's the
trying to
one who
build
got me into them in the
her
first
profile.
place.
I got her into the cars, not into the garb.
Fair enough. No, I can't see you in the same dress, mate. It
Aw.
just wouldn't go.
It'd be criminal, wouldn't it?
Right, so where did it all start? What was your first one?
Well, same thing with my old man. He used to drag me around and stuff like that. I kicked off, my first car was an Opel Manta rally car.
Oh, wow.
That was my road driver every day.
Fantastic.
It was fun. Enjoyed it. Good handling.
With Lydia tagging along, was that an intentional thing on your behalf, or was that
Absolutely.
she just thought, oh, hello, Dad?
I've got good memories of my old man taking me around, so I figured if that she's a girl, she can still appreciate good lines.
So Lydia, if you had your choice of anyone here, what would it be?
I haven't seen everything yet, so I can't make an informed
Good
decision.
answer. So the whole history of RACQ Motorfest and that of RACQ itself is really quite interesting. If you look at RACQ as an organisation, it actually started as the Automobile Club of Queensland, so the ACQ, in 1905. Now, let's take that in context. So in 1905, the population of Brisbane is around about 130,000 people, and right across Queensland, there's only about 50 what we would now call cars. Right, so horseless carriages. And they were not very well liked at all. Most of the population couldn't stand them because they were really loud, they were really noisy, they spooked the horses, of which there were still plentiful horses around, pulling carts and wagons and all the rest of it. So, you know, in fact, one of the people that we interviewed in our travels said that when she was a child back in the 1930s, she remembers seeing the first car that she'd ever seen in her life coming across the road. And she was so scared of the thing, she ducked down behind a drain in the road and let the thing go past, you know, and she was in her pre-teens. So these were really unusual machines. And so the ACQ, the Automobile Club of Queensland, started with an initial 12 members who were mostly doctors because, well, let's face it, they were, you know, pretty much the only ones who could afford these things. They were expensive. In fact, one of those doctors, by the name of Leslie, was the first female doctor in Queensland, and she was part of that initial club. Within a week, they had 18 members. So they held their first meeting, they've got 18 members, and they really existed to promote not so much the car, but a safer way to get around in the car. So they lobbied the government to say, look, can you build us better roads? We need better infrastructure for these things. They took it upon themselves to install road signs because there weren't a lot of road signs telling you how to get from one place to another. And one of the things they did, which I thought was really cool, they petitioned the Queensland Police at the time to form a task force to stop gangs of kids from standing on the side of the road and pelting them with rocks as they drove past in their automobiles. So it really was a very, very different time. Okay, so that then morphed into the RACQ in 1921 because during the First World War, well, toward the end of the First World War in 1918, all of these ex-service personnel were coming back from overseas, and they were coming back largely by ship, and they were pulling in at the docks in Brisbane, and they had to get from where they pulled in to wherever they wanted, you know, to get back home. So the ACQ, this small band of automobile-owning drivers, thought, well, why don't we give these ex-service personnel a helping hand? And they actually picked them up from the docks and they drove them back home, or they drove them to hospital or wherever it was that they needed to go. They were apparently driving them all over Queensland. Now, King George V found out about this wonderful job that these people were doing and said, well, I'm going to bestow you the letter R for Royal in front of your ACQ. And that's how ACQ turned into RACQ, Royal Automobile Club of Queensland. By 1925, they got the bright idea of saying, well, look, why don't we use our little organisation here to help out motorists on the road, because by 25 there were more cars on the road, and of course these cars were not particularly reliable back then. So they commissioned 2 mechanics to ride around Brisbane on motorcycles looking for cars that had broken down because there was no way of communicating, saying, get on your mobile phone and say, hey, I need a hand. So these guys just drove around, no doubt aimlessly looking for these cars that had broken down and said, can we help you? They had a small array of tools on board with their motorcycles, and they just did what they could to help. So an amazing start from very, very humble beginnings.